Hey, I'm Toya Haynes and I'm with Face Philly, and today we're at the Fleischer Art Memorial for the philUP Pop-Up Tasting Tour, which joins together professionals and foodies from the Philadelphia area and connects them to local vendors and local food and local wines and all kinds of wonderful things that are happening in Philadelphia. This bi-monthly event happens at different places throughout the city, so you definitely want to follow us to find out where they'll be next. We're going to talk to the organizers, we're going to also talk to some other vendors here, and just give you a little taste of what they do bi-monthly. So tell me how you started the philUP Pop-Up Tasting Tours.
Well, our mission a little bit, it started when we were in college, but more so when my business partner, Lindsay, and I came back to Philadelphia after college. And we realized that a lot of our friends just mentioned there's not many things to do in the Philadelphia area. We found that hard to believe, and it was probably more so because we travel a lot. So we said, well, why don't we, mix the two things that we love, wine and food, together and incorporate that into building a company. So now what we do is we throw bi-monthly pop-up tours throughout the year, and you can find us all over the city at different locations every 2 months.
philUP Pop-Up, we are a tasting tour company. We do tasting events bi-monthly, bringing out food, drink from the greater Philadelphia area, including Jersey, Delaware, even New York, as well as entrepreneurs, small business vendors to come out and really showcase what they do.
It's good. I think it's a really good way for people to connect with local vendors, which is really good. And I think you were explaining to me before that it's not just in the Philadelphia area, but it also reaches a little further, doesn't it?
It definitely does. We found that we've had people, and friends who have seen us on social media say, hey, I live in Chicago, or I live in Florida, or I live in New York, and I'm going to come out. So it also attracts other companies to come out from, Delaware, Jersey, New York, Virginia, places like that. So we feel as though our local vibe has also extended to individuals who have come to Philadelphia and maybe have moved from other places and have also caught their eyes to come and participate.
So explain to me the concept of popping up at different venues throughout the city.
So with popping up in different venues, we're popping up in different regions of Philadelphia. There's so much diversity and variety within the city. A lot of people end up just in Center City. That's where they know some of the restaurants, that's where they know the bars. But there's so much more beyond there.
I think that's what I found even as early as we've been here, is just you get to have really good connections with people, and not just with the entrepreneurs and people that have started it, but you actually get to think about how you can move what they're doing to the next level. Right. How you can create together, how you can build on relationships that you're fostering here. So I think that's a really great thing.
This is a PT production.
Currently, we're at the Fleischer Art Memorial. Where have been other places that you have done pop-ups?
So we have been up in North Philadelphia. Last month we were in the Northern Liberties region at a photo studio.
Okay.
We have been on top of a garage up in North Philadelphia that downstairs it was a car repair shop, and in the back they were brewing sangria. So that was a lot of fun.
And most importantly, you get that intimacy. So when you're able to come to one of our events, we've built an intimate connection, because we found that corporate events, they're so big, it's just that chance that you maybe not build a connection with someone. So here at philUP Pop-Up, we strive for a little bit of smaller numbers so that you can get that one-on-one with the vendor or with the individuals who's actually pouring you wine, who is the owner of the company.
And one thing that the co-founders are talking about is that you're able to connect with different vendors and different people in the city and knowing what they're doing. And so because you can be found online right now on Facebook, and you're working on, expanding, but it's good to be able to connect with people in the community because you know what they're doing and you get in touch with really good products. So tell us about your wines.
The wines are sweet wines. We have a sweet white wine that's going to remind you of a Riesling or a Moscato. It's a sweet, very enjoyable wine. And the red wine is like, oh my God, it's like something you never had before. They're small batch wines, so they're going to remind you of homemade wine in that sense. But the red wine, the closest thing I can compare it to is like the sweet Italian wine Lambrusco, but it doesn't have bubbles. So it's a very smooth, very enjoyable wine. And these wines are like sipping wines. You can't guzzle it. You got to enjoy it, take your time and enjoy it, because they're 11% alcohol. And if you have too much, you will get a little intoxicated.
So what can somebody expect at a philUP pop-up tasting tour?
Well, that's a big question. I would like to say come with no expectations in terms of, come with an open mind. We always cater to local. We always press upon people, support local. So what you will hope to find is, local people, your neighbors, your friends, business professionals, your colleagues coming out, networking, and then also a different vibe that's open to being able to see individuals that go to work every day like you, but still have a company or a business on the side that they can actually share their passion with the world.
The idea behind the pop-up is taking all the different flavors of Philadelphia and moving it around the city. So there's many different locations where people are living, where people are having businesses, and it's giving the opportunity for people to see new places as well as learn about some hidden treasure venues.
I think what they're doing is great, and they're building a stronger network, little by little, inch by inch, bi-monthly, but it's connecting just a great part of the Philadelphia area. So thank you so much, Tamara. We would like to thank the co-founders of philUP Pop-Up Tasting Tours, Lindsay Goff and Tamara Birch, for having us here today. I think it's just so delightful to be able to build networks of people within the city, to connect them with different vendors and entrepreneurs and people that are just doing different things. And even if you're not an entrepreneur, you can come here and network and find out what's happening in your own backyard. I have a new wine guy. There are people here that are selling jewelry and all kinds of things. You get to find out what people are really passionate about and just find some really great local history and the different pop-ups and events that they have. So please check them out. We don't know where they're going to be next, but we know it's going to be someplace fun and someplace that you probably need to know about that you may not be familiar with, that's right in your own backyard. I'm Toya Haynes with philUP.